Yeah, we are finally back, guys. So, if you guys don't remember, we played Spec Ops. We finished it about last week, I think. And there were other endings. And I said I would finally get to watching them after a bit of a break. And here we are. We're going to watch them. Because obviously, my god, what a hell of a game. Hell of a game. So, I want to see what the other endings were. Because it's a hell of a story. So, I wanted to see what other possible endings you could get, because it was an intense, very intense story. But the TLDR of the story is Walker, Lugo, and Adams, a group of 3 Delta operatives sent into Dubai during a sandstorm to help evacuate civilians and other soldiers that were there. But everything goes wrong. A lot goes wrong. Like pretty much everything goes wrong, and the mental state of all of the guys, including our guys, is just completely deteriorated, and they just completely lose it, and just a bunch of horrid shit goes down. And by the end of it, you realize that the bad guy that we've been after all this time has already been dead, and he has been basically essentially just some sort of coping mechanism for our main character, Mr. Martin Walker here. So it was a very, very big twist, and it really goes in depth with just a mental breakdown of these characters and just the absolute horrid shit that they've been going through, and that they have done as well, because they're not innocent. They've been doing some horrible shit as well in this. So yeah, it's a hell of a game. So yeah, obviously spoiler alert for the rest of the game, because we are now seeing the rest of the endings. So let's get into it and see what the other endings were, because obviously, if you guys remember, the one that I chose was, I just didn't want to do any more killing. I feel like Walker was done. I feel like less killing, like it's time for Walker to put down the gun and just walk away. That's the ending I chose, but turns out that there are 4 more endings. So sorry, 3 more endings, because I got one of the 4. So let's check those out.
I never could escape the reality of what happened here. That was my downfall. There, finished. I hope you like it.
What the hell is going on?
Your eyes are opening for the first time. It hurts, doesn't it? Go on. What do you think?
Yeah, this is the white phosphorus scene. Jesus.
You did this.
No, you did. Your orders killed 47 innocent people. Someone has to pay for your crimes, Walker. Who's it going to be?
John? Is that you?
You tell me.
I'm done playing games, John.
I assure you, this is no game.
Yeah, that big reveal. Here it is.
It seems that reports of my survival have been greatly exaggerated.
This is impossible.
Oh, I assure you, it is.
How?
Not how. Why? You were never meant to come here.
We have our orders. Leave the city, radio command from outside the storm wall. They send in the cavalry, we go home.
That was meant to be it.
What happened here was out of my control.
Was it? None of this would have happened if you'd just stopped. But on you marched. And for what?
We tried to save you.
You're no savior. Your talents lie elsewhere.
This is your fault, goddammit!
Stop right there, Lugo.
He wouldn't listen!
We didn't have a choice!
He turned us into fucking killers!
This isn't my fault.
It takes a strong man to deny what's right in front of him. And if the truth is undeniable, you create your own.
What the hell happened?
I don't know, he just stopped moving.
Walker, snap out of it!
I get it. We have to choose.
The truth, Walker, is that you're here because you wanted to feel like something you are not. A hero.
Lugo!
You left me to die!
I'm here because you can't accept what you've done. It broke you.
Colonel? Colonel, please.
What's going on, Walker?
It's Conrad. He did it. All of it.
You needed someone to blame, so you cast it on me. A dead man. I know the truth is hard to hear, Walker, but it's time. You're all that's left, and we can't live this lie forever.
Alright, here's the part where you get to choose one of the multiple endings. So
I'm going to count to 5, then I'm pulling the
yeah,
trigger.
let's see which one is showing first. Take a guess, take a guess.
Are you sure? Maybe it's in mine. 1.
No. Everything. All this. It was your fault.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what you believe, then
There's
shoot
that gun.
me. 2.
I didn't mean to hurt anybody.
No one ever does, Walker. 3. 4. Is this really what you want, Walker? So be it. 5.
Okay, alright. This I didn't get this ending, so let's stay quiet and watch.
Colonel John Conrad, United States Army. Yes, evacuation of Dubai ended in complete failure. Death toll, too many.
Holy shit. Oh, good.
Then
Okay then. So, wow. Okay, yeah. So that one, he just straight up kills himself. Okay, wow. Yeah, I thought there would have been some kind of like, oh, maybe he's just, you know, he shot the body when it, and then maybe he just goes a bit more, well, even more insane and loses his mind. But really, they just chose the ending off hard and fast. He kills himself, which, you know, given everything that he's gone through and everything that he has done in the story, you know, it makes sense as well. It makes sense that he would also, you know, commit suicide, because eventually, you know, he's got a breaking point. Everyone has a breaking point, and he'd pretty much already got to his breaking point after everything he's done. So, oh my god, that is a harsh ending. Jesus. Yeah, it's like if you guys, you know, spoiler alert for another game that's been out for a while but it's getting a remake, but Silent Hill 2, one of the endings is also the main protagonist kills himself. So it's very similar to that one, where it's like, well, Silent Hill 2 also has multiple endings, but yeah, that's one of the endings for Silent Hill 2 where he kills himself. But yeah, wow, it's just because it's done very well. It's not done just like in a disrespectful way, but suicide does really seem like someone that's done everything that they have done, or the experience that they've gone through. That seems like essentially what they would do, because they've just been broken down by Dubai. You know, Dubai's just broken them. This whole situation, the white phosphorus killing, seeing your own teammate die by the civilians, by the civilians that you were meant to rescue, and then obviously committing all those horrible crimes. You know, it's just like you can't take it anymore, and he decides to kill himself. Well, God, hell of an ending though. All right, that's ending one. All right, ending one. Yeah, ending one feels like one that would definitely make sense. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'll get a bit more of my thoughts together once I've seen all the endings. But I'll talk a bit during the other endings as well. But yeah, definitely I'll do a bit more when we've seen all the endings.
Then I'm pulling the trigger.
You're not real. This is all in my head.
Are you sure? Maybe it's in mine. 1.
No. Everything.
All this, it was your fault.
If that's what you believe, then shoot me. 2.
I didn't mean to hurt anybody.
No one ever does, Walker. 3. 4. It takes a strong man to deny what's in front of him.
Stronger than you were.
Whatever you say, Walker. No matter what happens next, don't be too hard on yourself. Even now, for all you've done, you can still go home. Lucky you.
What now, sir?
Huh?
The men are asking. What do we do now?
We complete our mission.
And what mission would that be, sir?
Just get me a goddamn radio. This is Captain Martin Walker, requesting immediate evacuation of Dubai. Survivors. One too many.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I chose that option as well, but there's still more. There's the epilogue part. Okay.
Commander, this is Falcon 1. I think we found him. Captain Walker.
He's armed!
It's okay. Hold your fire.
I don't understand. What's he doing? Look at his eyes. Something's not right.
Captain Walker, we are here to help. But first, I need you to lay down your weapon.
He's not complying.
He's shell-shocked. Give him a second. Just...
Yeah, so this one's the ending I chose.
It's over. Time to go home.
You know, Captain, we drove through this whole city to find you. We saw things. If you don't mind me asking, what was it like? How'd you survive all this?
Who said I did?
Oh, wait. Any more? I think so. Yeah, there wasn't anything else, yeah. Right, so yeah, that's the ending I chose. Yeah, I figured, like, at least for me anyways, at least in my point of view, maybe there was still some like hope left, you know, even though I do feel like now that I've seen that suicide ending, I feel like probably at that point he would probably break. But for me, at least in my opinion, or my hopeful opinion, is that there's still some semblance of like sanity that he's got left. So that's why I chose that ending to be like, I'm just done, no more fighting. I just wanna, you know, I wanna get home. I'm done with the killing. I'm done with all the war crimes, all this sand, this desert, this all the killing. I'm just finished with it. I don't want to do anything more. And that's the ending that I chose. And you know, obviously, I don't think that even if Walker was to come back home, I don't feel like he would ever be. I mean, he's not going to be the same ever again after everything he's gone through. But this, for me at least, is like some little bit of a. It's a little bit of hope, but obviously with the line of, you know, he's saying he didn't even survive. Like, oh, who said I survived? You know, I feel like it's very likely that he's never really going to recover, you know? He's never really going to be the same. He's not really going to be able to reintegrate into society as a normal person or ever let go of what he's done here and what he's seen here. So it's still a pretty bleak ending for him. But, you know, very, very, very small spark of hope that he can come back in some way and just, you know, at least he's alive, you know? Because the rest of his squad, you know, both Lugo and Adams are dead, so. And with him surviving, you know, he's forever going to carry that guilt of what he did, especially for the white phosphorus. Good God, that scene. Yeah, that scene still. Jesus. Yeah, that scene. But yeah, definitely for sure. You know, it's still very bleak ending, but there's still like the tiniest bit of hope, tiniest bit of hope that he can at least go home and at least try to recover some semblance of like a normal life and recover. You know, me personally, after seeing everything that's been done in the game, seeing everything and what he's done, my personal opinion is he's never going to be able to fully recover, but there's the hope, at least, you know, a little bit, and at least he's done with the killing. But yeah, Jesus. Yeah, that's the ending I chose. So 2 more endings now. Alright, what are the other 2 endings?
Captain Walker, we are here to help. But first, I need you to lay down your weapon.
He's not complying.
He's shell-shocked. Give him a second. Careful. Just hand.
Oh!
Everyone, move up!
Okay, that's this ending. Ooh. Jesus. Oh. Well,
Remember back in Kabul, John? Before things got bad? We were talking. About nothing, really. I said something about going home, and you said...
Home? We can't go home. There is a line men like us have to cross. If we're lucky, we do what's necessary and then we die. No, all I really want, Captain, is peace.
Alright. Well. I mean, yeah, this ending makes sense as well. Yeah, so similar to like, I mean, the whole theme of this is just basically just his, like the theme of the ending at least is like, he's just lost it. He's never going to be able to mentally recover for everything, you know? He's just gone. He's too far gone at this point. And I guess with this ending, he's just decided, you know, I'm going to try and fight, I guess, maybe out of guilt, and he wants to still kill himself, or maybe he thinks that these guys are the enemies. You know, there's multiple ways you can see this really, but yeah, I guess, you know, rather than where my point of view is like, maybe there's still hope for me. Maybe he in this one is just like, there's no hope for me, and I'm just gonna go out swinging anyways. Even though these are just like the normal military guys, these aren't even the 33rd. So maybe from that point of view, he still thinks that these guys are the 33rd or something. But yeah, I mean, at this point, he's just so far gone that maybe he just really is just become a violent killer, and he's just sort of maybe, he sees himself as a violent killer, and he's just accepted that, and obviously he's finally faced the repercussions of that. He's finally died, not through suicide, but from the actual army killing him. So yeah, God, what? Whew. Yeah, I mean, I was shocked as well, to be fair, when I first saw the epilogue and I saw the fact that the HUD just came back up. I was like, we're not done. We're not done. There's more. And I saw the ammo count. I was like, no way. We're actually going to keep killing. Like, after all that, we're still going to keep killing. Really? Oh my God. Like, no way that can happen. Absolutely refuse. Dear me. Okay. Alright, what is the
His peace.
what is the fourth and final ending then? What does this look like?
Captain Walker, we are here to help. But first, I need you to listen.
Oh. Okay. Oh, so this one he's gonna... Alright, they're gonna try to survive this. Jesus. Ooh. Oh, this guy's gonna die. Ooh, no, he's not. Oh, that was a hell of a mistake there, my guy. Oof. Right, let me just think. I don't think there's any dialogue or anything here. There seem to be generic shouting, so let's just skip past this. Oh, here it is.
Falcon 1, this is command. Do you copy? We heard shots. Is everything okay? Sergeant Roberts, what is going on?
Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai.
Oh, there's the line. There's the line. Oh my God. Jesus. All right then. Oh, Jesus. Oh, where's that? Where's the door open? Where's that open? I need to see that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so... Wow. Oh my goodness me. So, I mean... God, what an... Yeah, what an ending, you know? Jesus. So in that ending, he's just decided... Yeah, he's gone... I guess in this one, he's just gone full rogue. He's just gone... Essentially just accepted the sort of monster he's become. And rather than just... fight and I guess die with glory or honor like in the last one, or maybe just, just dying, he's just gone full on, like, I am now the villain, and I'm accepting that role. I'm now a monster, I'm a killer, I'm a murderer, and this is the role, this is my place in the world, this is my, this is me, I'm the murderer, I'm Conrad, you know? Jesus, yeah, I mean, welcome to Dubai, yeah. Back to the beginning. He's just gonna go back to killing like he usually does, well, as he has been doing throughout the game now. Oh my god, what an ending. Jesus, yeah. And as you can see, these guys are just like the normal, soldiers here. They aren't, they aren't the 33rd that went rogue and disobeyed orders from the army and have been killing civilians throughout the game. These are the actual just regular US military sent in, the cavalry that was meant to be in here to help save the civilians in the first place. But now, he's just killing them. These are just innocent soldiers. These aren't the 33rd that were killing the innocents. These are the regular soldiers that were sent in to help him. And he's been killing them. So yeah, this is him going full on just insane and I'm the villain now. Fuck me, he's accepted it. He's just accepted it. He's a killer and he's just going for it. God. Hell of an ending, though. Jesus. Okay, so my opinion, yeah, I've discussed these 4 endings. So now what I'll say is, I'd probably say the one, now that I've seen all 4, I think the one that makes the most sense would probably be the first one here, where he decides, like in all honesty, to kill himself. Just because I feel like after everything that he's seen, everything he's done, all the killing, I feel like his mind would be, I mean, it's already gone beyond repair at this point, but I feel like the only way he would cope would be to commit suicide. I feel like it's just, as dark as it is, it feels like to me like the only choice that, Walker here would really make. I mean, obviously all of these endings make sense in terms of what he could do, but I feel like this is the one that probably would be the one that I imagine him doing the most. It'll be interesting to see what other people would say, but yeah, at least in my opinion, this one would probably make the most sense. Because yeah, he's gone. He probably, his mind wouldn't be able to take any more of this, after finding out that Conrad, the guy who he's been trying to villainize, to try and use a coping mechanism to, absolve himself of all the shit that he's done, isn't completely dead and made up, He's already been dead for ages, and he's just been using Conrad as a scapegoat, when really, it's been him. He's the one that's been doing all this killing. But yeah, this one, this one's dark, but it's the one that makes the most sense in my personal opinion. Oh my god, yeah, just a broken man, and finally just couldn't take any more and decided to end things. Yeah, and obviously, like I said, this one, my choice of him surviving, putting the gun down and trying to head back into normal society, as I said, no chance of him being able to properly, recover. I just don't see it. I just don't see him being able to fully recover and actually make it back, But there's still that tiny hope that I have. And then the third ending where he tries to fight back and then just dies. But yeah, very similar to, I'd say, this ending. I would say, honestly, you could probably, in terms of like my point of view, this is like he's fighting but he wants to be killed, like he wants to go out swinging rather than him take his life. But to me, these 2 endings are sort of similar in that way, in that he probably wants to die but he doesn't want to go out by his own hands, whereas in this one he wants to go out but he doesn't want to do it by his own hands. But it's still an ending that makes sense as well. And then this ending, when he goes like full on, just like, no, I am Conrad, no, like, I am the monster, I am the killer. This one also makes sense. And it's, I mean, the fact that he said the line at the beginning, welcome to Dubai, which is his first line, well, not his first line, but like one of his opening lines at the beginning of the game as well, just really it really does go full circle. So I guess is this meant to be the one that's considered canon then? I don't know. Where he says welcome to Dubai, is that meant to be the one where he's considered full, where it's considered to be canon? If it is, it also makes sense. Like I said before, all of these endings now, they make sense for sure. For sure, they all make sense. But yeah, I would say probably the suicide one is probably the one that makes the most sense. So like ending 1 and 3, At least, you know, if that, at least personally, that's how I take 3. That's my perception of ending 3 here, where he tries to fight them off but dies. It's more like him trying to go out in a blaze of glory, you know. But yeah, my personal one that I obviously chose in the Let's Play was obviously ending 2, where he puts the gun down and tries to go back to normal life. But yeah, I would, having known this, I probably would have done 4, just because I would have wanted to see this ending. But but endings that make no make sense to me was 1 or 3. Yeah, Jesus, what incredible endings! Yeah, all of them make sense. All of them really make sense, and because of that, obviously, and they obviously want to leave open ended. Never got a sequel, and I don't think it should get a sequel anyways. I think this is, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh, this game should, you know, they want sequels for their games or their movies, but people don't seem to understand that sometimes a singular story can just be that. It can just be told in one game, in one movie, in one book. You know, it doesn't need to be a whole franchise. It doesn't necessarily need a sequel or anything like that. The only thing I would possibly like from this is possibly some kind of like prequel, because they talk about Kabul a lot in this game, like how Walker here and Conrad had that history of Conrad saving him in Kabul. So maybe some sort of prequel, but in all honesty, I would be more than happy if it was just this game by itself, because it stands on its own perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean, obviously the other reason is this game, if I remember correctly, didn't sell all that well. But yeah. And of course, if you guys remember the first time I played this game, the original title was they took this game off of Steam, which is the main reason why I played it. But yeah, I'm happy that I did, because hell of an experience. I'll probably play it again in my own time, just to you know, like I said, get everything that I missed, because I did miss some intel, so probably some little story details here and there that I could probably catch up on, as well as some other choices in the game that you can make, like saving Gould, or was it shooting the guys that were hanging up? Was it in here? Let me check if it's here. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, because I remember I shot the snipers rather than the actual guys, you know, making the choice of shooting one or the other. I just shot the snipers. So I'll probably do another, well, I'm not going to make it a Let's Play, but I'll just do it on my own, and then I'll talk about my feelings on it in another stream or something. But yeah, hell of a game. And it's sad that it's no longer on Steam, so you can't play it on Steam anymore, so that means only only physical media remains. Yep, you're going to have to get it on the only way you can get it now is through getting a 360 or PS3 copy, or I guess you can pirate it or emulate it, you know. Those are the only ways you can play it nowadays, because they took it off of Steam. But hey, maybe that means they're remastering it, so that'd be great. Maybe that means a remaster. I don't think they'll do a remake of this, because I feel like it's too, like, it's still relatively recent. It was only 2 generations ago. This is still a 360 PS3 era game, so I don't feel like it's going to be a remake. If they're going to do anything, it's going to be like a remaster, which they should do, because, you know, as great as this game's story is, its graphics and, you know, it's not great. It's not great. I don't know if it's just this video, but it's very, very pixelated. I mean, I've already put it up to 1080, so, I mean, to be fair, it didn't look great when I was playing it either. It didn't look great. But yeah, maybe a remaster of it would be good, and then we'll probably check that out. Yeah. But my god, yeah, what a game. Hell of a game. If you haven't watched my playthrough of it, I recommend you do. Go check it out. And if you have a copy of it but haven't played it, I recommend you do. And also, why are you here? I'm going through the endings. But yeah, go play this game. You should have experienced it for yourself, and then probably never play it again, because it's traumatizing. But yeah, Jesus Christ, hell of a game. Absolutely recommend. at least playing through once, or at least experiencing it once in some way, whether it's playing it or watching a playthrough. Absolutely experience this game and this story at least once. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, what an incredible group of endings for sure. And like I said, sad that they took it off of Steam, but hopefully, you know, we get a remaster or something like that. Who knows? So yeah, that's it for that.